Well, this is it. The end of the line. First of all, let me just say real quick, a big thank you to each and every one of you guys throughout the whole year that's clicked on each and every one of my videos and watched them and liked, comment, or disliked. It's been a great year for the channel and everything like that. It's going to be an even bigger year in 2022. So much things coming out next year that I'm just like, I ain't gonna quit. Even though, you know, like I said, if things get slow or, you know, things might not pick up as much as they should, I'm still gonna do it because that's what I like doing. I like, you know, entertaining you guys. I like doing videos for you guys. I like interacting with you guys. I like doing this for you guys. So just thank you for all the like and love and everything like that. This whole year, it means a lot to me. And I love you. With that being said, it's time to celebrate the top 10 best movies of 2021. And when I was making this list, I was just like, I realized I've seen a lot more worse movies than best movies. But I was able to put together 10 movies that I was like, I think these movies represent 2021 in cinema. But the top 3 movies being like, yeah, when I think of 2021, these are the top 3 movies of the year. So here we go. Before I get to that, let me just say some disclaimers. One, this ain't going to be reviews. So it's going to be a quick, like, okay, it's this movie, this is what I thought about it, next one. Because I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes long. Because I hate long videos. I'm sure you hate long videos. So it ain't going to be a long video. Try not to anyway. And there's some movies that I just have not seen. So my list is going to be different from your list. Trust me. It's going to be a movie you're going to be like, that's not even a movie, dickhead. Why is it on there? And I will explain it when I get to it. Also, I still haven't seen Dune. I just don't have the will to see it. I just don't. I'm just not interested. I'm sure it's a good movie. I'm sure people love it. I'm sure it's on your list, but I just haven't seen Dune. I just don't want to, and I'm not going to. So you know, Dune ain't on the list. And there you go. Okay, now let's get to it. Here it is. Starting with number 10. Here's my number 10. Let's get into it. Let's go. Number 10 for me is one of the first big HBO Max cinema releases, and that's Godzilla Vs Kong. I was really debating putting this on the list because I was just like, is this really like, but it's one of those things that's just like, damn, I really haven't seen a lot of, like, first half of 2021, not a lot of movies came out that were like good. I won't say good, I won't say bad, but it was just like, damn. But Godzilla vs. Kong, it was an entertaining movie that I think like definitely highlights 2021. Because like I said, it's one of the movies that came out on HBO Max and in theaters that really kicked off the shit. Like, oh man, this was hype. Seeing fucking Dino Jesus versus fucking Monkey God, that was like, yeah, we was hyped to see that shit. And I think it was an entertaining movie. Even though we kind of like saw some of the twists and turns coming, it was still fun seeing two big kaijus punch the shit out of each other. That was entertaining as fuck. Cannot deny that. So I definitely think Godzilla vs. Kong was definitely a movie that I think you're going to look back and be like, well, you know, like, come on. Those movies. Come on. Guilty pleasure. Come on. That's why Godzilla vs. Kong number 10 for me. Now, here's number 9. Number 9 for me, I know a lot of people were kind of like, I didn't like this movie. But for me, I think this was probably one of my favorite horror movies of the year. Because horror was kind of like really hitting the miss this year. Trust me, there's some worse horror movies. That's in the next video. Best horror movie for me is definitely going to be Malignant. Because another HBO Max movie that was just like, oh, I like this movie a lot. So much so, maybe I'll watch it again. Because like I said, I was so engrossed in the movie. And the fact that I thought the movie was going to be this type of supernatural, like, possession movie and shit, just like we've seen done over and over again to death. It wasn't. It had a nice little twist to it that, I don't know, my stupid ass just didn't see it coming. Because I was just like, I'm into the movie. And I saw the signs, but I was just like, I don't think it's gonna be that. But when it revealed what the thing actually was, and I was like, holy shit, this is great. And then that fucking cop scene at the end and shit where she's just kicking ass and shit like that, it's turned into an action movie. I know some people are just like, that's not horror, that's like, what is this, Kill Bill? So for me, it's one of the more memorable horror movies I've seen this year. Not to say that other horror movies are bad, but actually some of them were bad. This is one of the more memorable ones. I had a good time with Malignant, and it's definitely one of the movies that highlights 2021 for me. I enjoyed it a lot. It's number 9 on the list. Hey, number 1, it's number 9. Calm down. Here's number 8. Let's get into that.
Oh my god, we've got a freaking kaiju up in this shit.
8 for me. Jeez, I did not see this coming. It's one of those, I'm surprised it was actually as good as it was. And that's Suicide Squad, or The Suicide Squad. DC, getting back on track. This was a really good time. Watch Suicide. Wow, these bottom 3 top 10 movies, they're all HBO Max releases. That show Warner Brothers doing something right. I had a good time with the Suicide Squad. It's one of the movies I just like, shit, I'm surprised it didn't work, because the first Suicide Squad was just like, no. But this one, I had a good time with it. You know, the characters were actually done really good. The characters felt like the Suicide Squad. It felt like a good, like, yeah, let's just, you know, do it better this time. Do it better. Had a crazy kaiju villain at the end. Very memorable, iconic throwback villain that worked out good. Good humor, good characters. Hell, John Cena is getting his own freaking show in, what, next month? This is a springboard of that. That was great. Margot Robbie was still good in the movie, too. Idris Elba, that's my dude. I just can't say it. Oh, who could forget? King Shark. That's our guy. King Shark is love. Forever. That being said, definitely the Suicide Squad surprise hit. Definitely number 8 for me on the top 10 best movies of 2021. Like I said, my list is gonna be different from yours. I know you're watching this like, it's the Suicide Squad, really? Okay, let's get to number 7 then. Maybe this won't be better for you.
Now hang on.
Number 7 for me, animated movie, Luca. Did you forget about this movie? I'm not gonna admit, it's like, damn, I really seen like 2, 3, 4 animated movies this year. 2022 is gonna be better, because there's gonna be a whole lot more. Because it's like, you know, post-COVID and shit, so it was just like, yeah, a lot of movies that were supposed to come out this year are gonna come out next year. That's why this list is kind of like scraping the bottom of the barrel. But Luca had a good time with, because just, again, Disney and Pixar, they just make magic easy. They had a great characters, great animation, good story, relatable characters. I actually had a good time with Luca. This was another one of those movies that came straight to the streaming service of Disney Plus, and I was like, shit, I had a good time with it. First half of the movie, I was kind of just like, I don't know where this is going. This is kind of like generic fodder. But then it hits the feels right here, and I'm like, okay, Disney, you got me by the heartstrings again. And I love it. That's why Luca is number 7 on the list. It's a great movie. It's on Disney Plus right now. Matter of fact, all these movies are out, so you could just watch them and enjoy them for yourself. See what you think. Now, coming in number 6 for me. Here it is.
Venus and Serena gonna shake up this world.
Number 6 for me. Another HBO Max release. I know you're just like, was all your top 10 movies on TV? This one did come. Did this come? No, it did come out in theaters. It's King Richard. I had a good time with King Richard. This was the movies that people were just praising about. I think it came out, Thanksgiving? So I know I was home and shit, and I was watching it. It was one movie that I was just like, it's like kind of slowly getting better as it gets going. Again, invested in the character, invested in the story. Will Smith definitely portrayed a character that is flawed, that is damaged, and even myself was like, dickhead, come on, get with the picture. But it really definitely did tell the story of not just, you know, it ain't just about, you know, the Williams sisters, the best tennis players in the world. But definitely tell their upbringing, but also told, like, you know, a different perspective from the father. And I had a good time with that. I like that angle. Will Smith just definitely deserves an Oscar or something for this movie. Had a good time with it. Definitely one of the movies I'm just like, King Richard, that was a good watch. I know some people were kind of like that. I don't know, kind of shit. For me, it was a shit. I had a good time with it. Now here are the top 5 movies of 2021 for me. Number 5, here it is.
Who are you?
Coming number 5 for me, Marvel movie time. It's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Now this was definitely because Marvel dropped like 4 movies this year. And this was number 5. I had a good time with Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi. He was a relatable character. He was so charismatic. I love him as a character. Also, Aquafina as his, you know, sidekick. I liked her too. She wasn't annoying. She wrote that line perfectly. But it was a good movie. A good lore. It introduced fucking dragons to the MCU. That was good. The fight scenes were so unique. This is what I want to see in Marvel movies. I want to see them bring new elements, new things that we haven't seen in the movie before and seen in the franchise. I haven't seen fight scenes this good, like, well, I haven't seen fight scenes like this good at all, really, in the MCU. This was really good. Maybe not even Black Panther. Maybe the fight scene at the beginning of Winter Soldier, maybe? Like the Kung Fu in this movie, which is awesome, was great. Nice throwback to Kung Fu movies, had a good lore. Shang-Chi's now the MCU, and it works out great, and I just like him as a character, and I like this movie. Hell no good. I want those 10 rings, though. They're just dope. Good fashion. It's dope. And now, here we go. Top 4 movies for me of 2021, with number 4 being this one. Thing that you're gonna be like, it's not even a movie, jackass. Why is it on the list? But I'm just like, this is getting on my best something, and I don't want to do like another video like this besides the top 10 best. So this one, I'm gonna just say, fuck it, not fuck you, but fuck you. I'm putting this on my list because this hit my soul and I loved it so much, and that is Squid Games. I know it's not even a movie, it's a fucking show. I don't care. This is my number 4 of the best top movies slash TV show 2021. I love Squid Game so much because, like I said, this like I got like a bit of a lore to this, because when I first watched it, I was like on vacation and shit, so I was like, okay, I need something to watch, and it was like right when it came on, so I'm like, Squid Games. Okay, the Korean at first, and I was just like, oh, I don't like that. So I switched it over to English, and I was like, the English voices ain't matching the characters' mouths and shit, and it's very jarring. But then my little brother was just like, nah, watching in Korean, but with English subtitles, you'll like it so much more. So Devontae, baby brother, I love you for making me do that, because I just got so much more invested. Not only are the characters great, and the story is just like, it's really relatable. It's some really good shit. Yeah, but we can't forget about those games. Every episode, I was just like, oh man, the next game, stuff like that. What's it gonna be? Red light, green light, the most dangerous red light, green light game ever. Glass game and shit like that. When they got to the end and the dude cut the lights off, that was cheating. That was such cheat. I screamed at my TV, that's cheating bullshit. And then the twist ending, it was fucking grandpa. We sobbed when granddad fucking lost his mind, and we almost thought he got shot. Come on, if you didn't like get something like in that, you're fucking made of stone or something. I don't know. I like Squid Games a lot. That's why I had to put it on the list. I know it's not a movie, but I love Squid Games, and now it's on the list, and I ain't changing my mind. Number 3 for me this time is definitely top 3 best movie. I think of 2021, I'm like, these are 3 movies, and I'm like, this is definitely like the highlight of the year, and that's Justice League. Zack Snyder's Justice League. Snyder Cut finally got released. It saw the light of day in 2021. That's got to be a highlight and a life milestone in its own right. Got to see the Justice League on the big screen done the way they should have been done in 2017. Oh my god, it was so good. It could see Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman done right. It was like a totally different movie. Sure, it was 4 hours long. It was long as fuck, but we loved it. Or at least I loved it, because it was just like, when you saw that Themyscira scene in the beginning of the movie, you're just like, whoa, this is like way different than the 2017 movie. Like, this is like a whole new action sequence in its own. But they were just done like better. It was just done making me like, every time you're watching it and I'm watching it, I'm just like, why did they cut that? Why did they cut that? Why did they cut that? But I'm glad Snyder Cut is finally here. You can watch it for free on HBO Max if you got it. It's a great, incredible superhero movie. It's one of those movies that you gotta be like, okay, cutting out 4 hours of my day, I'm watching Snyder Cut. Let's get into it. That's why it's number 3 for my list. There are 2 movies that's better than it, and here's number 2.
Let's go! In time, every member of our family
Cecilia, up top!
was given their own magical gift.
Number 2 for me, it's usually an animated movie, and that just hasn't changed yet. So number 2 is definitely Encanto. You know why? Because we don't talk about Bruno, no. I hit the low notes. Now you know. I had a good time with Encanto. Come on, again, a little bit of story time. When I was watching Encanto at the screen, I was in a really bad mood. I was in a really bad headspace. I was just like, I just hate life. But then after I got out of Encanto, I was like, you know what? Life ain't so bad. And this movie, definitely with a smile on my face, could go with Encanto. Great character, great animation, great storytelling, great music in the movie. That's always a plus for me, because I love the music. I love the tunes. Definitely a good movie that I'm just going to remember in 2021. It's a movie that was really unique and, dare I say, original. Didn't go on Disney. Had a good time with Encanto. I loved it so much, and that's why it's number 2 for me on the list. And now, the number 1 movie should be a no-brainer. Here it is.
Hello, Peter.
Number 1 for me is easily Spider-Man No Way Home. Please don't roll your eyes like, another Marvel fanboy. I'm just saying, this is the best movie I've seen. It's the highest rated movie I've seen this year. I gave it an 11 out of freaking 10. I saw a movie like 5 times, or maybe 4. Who could keep up count? This was a good movie. It was a great Spider-Man event movie. We got to see 3 Spider-Man on screen at the same time. It's also a good conclusion to Tom Holland's arc as Spider-Man / Peter Parker. It was great. The way they ended them off in the MCU, I was just like, this is great. And now he can pretty much have the freedom to do whatever he wants to do, whether it be in the MCU or in Sonyverse. The sky's the limit. Entertaining movie, great support characters, of course. Spider-Man Tom Holland was great at the role character, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future. Overall, I had a great time with Spider-Man No Way Home. Shit, I saw it fucking 4 times. That guy's a song. So for me, that's it. That's my top 10 best movies 2021. What is your top 10 best list? If you disagree with my list, I'm sure you do. Type below, let me know, just talk about it. I will see you guys in the next video, which will be the top 10 worst movies of 2021. We're gonna get into that shit. As always, guys, subscribe. Until next time.